What's going on, everyone? Training has been going really well, so today's session consisted of the squat and the deadlift primarily, followed by a bunch of accessory lifts. This brought me back to a nostalgic feeling, that of 2017 or so, when I used to powerlift competitively. Training for powerlifting consisted of that structure, where the main lifts were the priority of the session, and after that, the accessory lifts served as the second priority, in hopes to help the primary lifts like the bench, squat, and deadlift. I mean, it's interesting though, as we come to the present day, my goals are to compete in track and field this summer, and so powerlifting is not the focus. However, as you can see, I still implemented a quote-unquote powerlifting session. Why, you may ask? Well, a couple of reasons. One, I do enjoy the lift as it invigorates me for training and keeps me motivated. Two, there are many hormonal benefits like its increase in testosterone, natural levels of HGH, and a rush of endorphins that make me feel all really good. 3, health for the tendons and bones. So by putting the body under heavy resistance, it forces the body to adapt, and as the body adapts, specifically the tendons and bone density, strength increases. For me as a long jumper, the demands of my event needs for me to be supported by this style of training every so often to help facilitate the goal and, most importantly, to stay healthy. While I'm doing these lifts, I'm making sure I'm bracing the core and the trunk properly. I think about pulling my ribs down and keeping my lats super tight and also down, pushing my belly into the belt, and most importantly, keeping my feet gripping the ground. By actively applying foot pressure and the right force vector, it enables the body to produce more force, coil the glutes, and create more torque, which in return will leave you more safe and keep you in a more effective position to provide yourself with a better lift. I felt happy with today's lifts as I was able to get 460 for 2 with relative ease on the deadlift. I could have gone for at least 6 reps today, but I've become way more wise and my experience has taught me to lift with efficiency rather than volume. For me, this leads to better lifts and better results. Quality over quantity. This is something that remains true within my training. As for the squats, it was very exciting hitting 360. For me, this is a great achievement as squatting became very grueling due to my ankle mobility on my repaired leg. Because the mobility was so poor at one time, I wasn't able to get into a deep squat. And now that I've been working on the range of motion, it's enabled me to begin squatting without discomfort. As I said before, these accessory lifts really help touch bases that the primary lifts might not touch in an isolated format. Unilateral movements, hamstrings, calves, unilateral stability, med ball work, and elastic work. These are just a few movements that I chose to incorporate for the day. I've made the effort to focus on my shin angles as much as I can, so as you can see here with the RDL, I'm making sure that I get into a positive shin angle and allow the knee to come forward while keeping my heel in contact with the ground. This serves as active ankle mobility work and it really helps me get into a better position. I now always do calf work, and I facilitate and support this movement within all of my training sessions, as I believe, from what I see, it's one of those body parts like core or those things like cardio that nobody really likes to do, but if they did it, it would help them. And they know that, but they still don't want to do it. Well, whatever you choose to do, it's always important you do it with the intent to complete the exercise with good form. The weight always comes second. Integrity of your spine, your body position, and your mechanics is always the number one priority. Once form becomes the focus and the staple within your movements, you will stay healthy over a period of time, which results in longevity. And longevity is a greater determinant of success rather than brief moments of success followed by injury. It's important to train smart rather than it is to train hard without precaution and understanding of the risks and rewards of what you're doing. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't already, shoot me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment if you'd like. Take care, stay strong.